Welcome once again to Working for Scale, episode 15.
Brought to you by the Marvel Legends Wolverine box set. Do any of these characters tie to Wolverine? Wolverine does. The rest of them, no.
Wait, one of those was Sabretooth, right?
No, they're like two of the characters don't actually tie in with Wolverine very much, and one of them he's fought on a couple of occasions. It's really like a random sort of characters in Wolverine's orbit.
Well, there is not a random assortment of characters in this party's orbit. In fact, you had a bit of a recurring character concept last week. What was the ordeal that led the party to be back in town at the start of this session?
So last week, we were informed by our badges that we needed to meet with Rhyme. So we returned to the office. While we were waiting to speak with Rhyme, then we kind of had a conversation about maybe, having better communication. Basically, Rhyme, when we met with her, was pissed off because Cristobal tattled on us. And Rhyme wants to know why we were looking into all of that. Frey kind of explained it, and Rhyme said we're not to investigate unless we get authorization in the future. After all of that, Rhyme gave us a task. We were to be going halfway to Megiddo and back to try and catch the ogres that are putting up these tolls. And we're supposed to knock them unconscious but not kill them. We were given a special cart that can carry almost anything. We just have to push it under them. And she told us we had a present in our lockers. We went to our lockers and we found a ring of protection for each of us. A higher level knight person let us know that we could whisper the name of our party, like anybody from our party, into the badges and communicate, like it's a whisper. And we can talk over short distances. After that, we shared a meal together with some authentic food from Al's culture.
Yes, indeed.
It was authentic as Taco Bell. And so we prepared for our mission. Once we headed out, then the first day we didn't see any giants or ogres, but the second day we were stopped and engaged them in combat. But due to a series of unfortunate events, then we had a difficult time and we almost died.
I rolled 3 crits against them and didn't roll a single roll until the last 2 rounds of the combat below 10.
And so we paid them 20 platinum to let us live, and we returned to town with our tail between our legs.
Yeah. I am very worried in this campaign that that maybe hill giants might be all of you's kryptonite, and it's going to be the equivalent of the assassin vines.
Oh, Lord.
In clinical 30.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
So, the party is down, but not out. A little time recuperating.
I like it.
And you can hit the pavement again and have another try. We got Al healed, although for some reason, Al, your healing isn't showing up on your character. I am not sure why.
Mine doesn't either.
Because you guys had brought Al back to town and then to a temple, right?
They took the heroic effort to bring me back to conscious land.
Yeah, this is another one of those things about Roll20 that is driving me crazy. The way that it seems like damage keeps resetting. Go ahead and heal yourselves up. Up to full.
But I don't remember what I was at.
No, just heal yourself to full. Okay. You can have the time to have gotten healed up beyond that.
Nope, that didn't work.
But I believe No, Dabobe managed to survive, right? I can't remember. I thought I killed Dabobe.
Managed to
But
survive.
okay.
No, Dabobe died.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Dabobe died. We don't have a Dabobe in the party anymore.
No, I thought that Dabobe lived because, like, he was healed before his next turn when he would have died or something.
Yeah, you might be right. For some reason, I was thinking that was Al. But Dabobe might still be alive. We'll rule that
I feel
Dabobe
like
is alive.
that might have happened with both of them.
Well, no, because Al is at negative
It's entirely
13.
possible.
Al was at negative 13 and then saved to live, if I remember right. I think that's actually still in the chat. Let me roll back up here and see.
No, I know Al had to make his saves to stabilize.
Yeah, Al had managed to roll. I want to say it was like Al rolled a 16.
Dabobe was laying there at 0 for the rest of the combat because we had saved her. By the way, hyenas are very particular about that.
But yeah, Dabobe had taken more damage or had taken exactly the negative to go to negative the correct number. But there is the rule in the game where if you heal before the end of the round, the character does not die. So
You're
it's
right.
assumed that everything's kind of happening
But
simultaneously.
then I remember Dabobe was lying there like a
Yep.
piece of...
Ready to go meat, waiting for someone to come along and snatch it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But you
could
can...
be dead. Could be healed.
You can also heal Dabobe back to full as well.
Phew.
Sorry, did someone miss mentioning the name of where we went, or did I miss hearing that? I feel like it's key to...
You didn't go to anywhere specific. You...
No. For food, before the combat.
Oh.
I didn't.
Oh my God! What was
Oh,
it?
mosquito pairs.
No.
Paramosquito.
Paramosquitos.
Paramosquitos. Yeah, so good. I loved it.
I actually have that down in the notes. Well, so with some rest, the next morning will come. All of you can meet up if you want and head back out or purchase anything you feel like you need. Let's try again. But you are down some money because you did have to pay off the giants to let you go.
And what do we think? That did not go so well.
No, and I only have 3 gold, and then I have a writ of 65 gold left, but I feel like that doesn't really get me anything.
I have 15 platinum and I have 6 gold, so we can buy some supplies if you guys want.
I believe I am down to 100 gold, 50 gold, and so I will be glad to spend on supplies.
I have 1 Balm of Curious left, and that's it in terms of healing.
I have a Balm of Cure Light and a Potion of Cure Light. Or I have 2 of each.
Those were used to save my life.
Yeah, and remember,
That'd be good to get.
Balms take a full round action to apply.
As does the potion, right?
No, a potion is a move action if it's on your belt. You can have up to 4 items on your belt.
Oh.
Well, I think that we should get some supplies then.
Yeah, I think supplies are definitely in order.
Okay. You can head on over to the person you normally buy your potions from. It's been a while since I've seen you all. Must be some good news then.
Not really good news, but we are heading out on another mission.
Well, that's good news for me, I guess. You're all still alive. That's good news as well.
We didn't think it would be the case at one point in time.
Oh.
But,
why so?
It happened.
Having a bit of trouble.
Yes, we've been, unfortunately, trying to defeat some ogres and giants, and they're just very strong.
Well, that can be a problem, but solutions are at hand. I'll tell you what, I'll cut you all a bigger break. Let's not be losing customers. I will give you 40% off on anything you need in terms of healing. And I can dig through some stuff. But I got a question. I gave you one of those potions as well. Did you happen to give that a try yet?
I haven't yet. We were kind of out of our element last time, so I wasn't able to put that to good use.
What a shame, what a shame. I think that would have given you quite a bit of aid.
Well, I plan on trying it this time.
Excellent. Please keep me informed as to how well it goes.
Assuming I live, yes.
You'll live. Don't you worry. I have faith.
Thank you.
Feel like in these trying times, somebody has to.
Indeed.
Well, let's see. Sorry, I'm looking up how much potions cost.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can figure out how much we can afford with a 40.
Cost a fair bit.
Yeah.
So first level potions are 50 times 0.6. Second level potions are 300 times 0.6. And third level potions are 750 times 0.6. That would mean that a first level potion is 30 gold. A second level potion is 180 gold. And a third level potion is 450 gold.
So, and you said you don't have any, Eli?
I have one balm of Cure Serious.
Okay.
It was a tough combat.
It was.
Would the writ I have, could I use that instead of for gear? Could I use
Nope,
it for
can't be used for
no?
potions. Has to be used on permanent items.
Permanent, that's it.
Okay, so... Okay, so I'm thinking we should give you... I only have basically 156 gold. And how much did you say you have, Al?
Have 50.
50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 200. If we give you... Okay, if we give each of you like 2 potions, that would be 120 of Cure Light if we do the Cure Light. What do you guys think?
I think the Cure Light is the way to go because it's what we can afford.
All right.
Sure.
I mean, I think we're not in a position to be beggars, you know what I mean, to be choosers.
All right, so we'll take 4 potions of Cure Light.
All right, you be wanting them at base level, or you be wanting them to be a little empowered?
How much more is it if they're a little empowered?
He can offer you for 90 gold, it would be +3 instead of +1.
90 gold on top of what we're already paying?
90 gold per.
90 gold per.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of 50 gold?
Instead of 30 gold, because he's giving you a 40% discount.
Okay.
If you will only be wanting a little one, I understand. You can drink more of them at a time.
Well, I think that the littler one will allow us to purchase more of them than, if we get... these are really only backups, in case we get in a spot.
I understand.
Yeah, let's just go with the standard ones.
Yeah.
Because I would want more potions. That way we can distribute them as opposed to fewer amped up potions.
Yes, I have 2 on me already, so if we get 4, then that's 2 for each of you. And then Frey should be able to
healing
heal
themselves.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'll give him 120. Actually, I'll give him 12 platinum is what I'll give him.
I kind of wish I had Judge G's money right now. He hit it big last game.
And I'll give each of you guys 2 of the potions.
Do you need money from me, Narissa?
No. If we get 4, then I have enough to cover it.
Okay. All right, then my 50 is going to have to be in reserve for in case we need to come back to town and get ourselves healed again.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, I will thank him for the discount, and I'll tell him that we'll come back and let him know, or I'll let him know how the other potion went.
Thank you. Safe travels.
The other potion?
We need to wear like a sandwich board for this guy. You know what I'm talking about? Like adventure and career fueled by so-and-so's potions. Like we should be looking to cut a direct sponsorship deal with this guy at this point.
I think he'd appreciate that.
You know, he's being a real heck of a guy. You know what I mean? Heck of a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last thing before you go. Got a little extra thing I'd like you to try out here.
Oh, boy. I can't fucking wait.
He sets a little potion, a little vial of some potion down on the counter. I've been looking to see how well this would work out in the field. I've heard it's not gotten a lot of use, but I picked it up in recent days, a bit of a discount, and I'm curious as to how it goes. If you could in this fight, give it a try. He's offering it to you, Narissa.
Okay.
If they hit you, you're still gonna hurt from it, but they should feel a bit of the same, theoretically. Let me know if that works out.
Certainly.
Ooh, nice. Force transference. I love it. I love it.
You gotta drink it, though, before they hit you, obviously.
Well, I don't know if it'll be like last time, but if it's like last time, we'll have a little bit of time before we engage them.
It's such a fair cop because I could see myself going, why didn't that potion work?
Well, it's a very limited time, so you'll only probably have about 18 seconds beforehand.
Is it...
i.e. it lasts for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So...
What spell is it?
It is Kinetic Reverberation.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
The spell converts the momentum and force of melee attacks against the target of the spell, reflecting them back upon the attacker's weapon. After making a successful melee attack against the target, an attacker must make a fort save for the weapon used. If the weapon fails, it takes damage equal to dice rolled against the target. So theoretically, it could break the weapon of the target, but it does not work against natural attacks or unarmed strikes.
Okay.
And he's giving us one of them?
He's giving you one of them to try, yes. He
One
did
of the
not make a
characters
bunch
on
of
this
them.
season's, and this season's Umbrella Academy has this spell as his superpower, and it's so great to watch them not understand. If anybody's watching, yeah.
I'm not.
I've seen it. It's really good.
They keep punching him, and it's like, nah, this is not how that works. And it's like, oh, so good.
I will try this out, and hopefully it will, give us a little bit of an edge. We really appreciate this.
And if it does nothing, just let me know. I'm happy to accept that I've wasted the money on this spell. But the guy seemed hard up for a potion, so...
We are, anything that you...
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Say it could be big, right? Then we can talk about how great the potion is.
Aye. Perhaps it could be.
We are good advertisers. Who do we think it would be best to carry the potion among us?
I mean,
So who gets punched in the face the most?
yeah, it would be me.
Not me.
Because I'm in melee.
Then Narissa needs to be the one
All right.
Okay.
to test it.
So, and let's make sure we discuss this appropriately. So you all have 4 slots on your belt for potions. This is a relatively new change to the game world, but one that I think is more beneficial because I do want to see how potions work a little bit more in combat. You identify with a parentheses 1, 2, 3, and 4 in front of any potions that you want to have that apply to. And you can draw those. You basically draw those and drink them as a move action because of the ease of access. I believe that was what I made the ruling. Let me make sure that I'm correct on this. I know I changed this, but I'm starting to feel like I changed it slightly differently than that, because I did have a couple of different iterations of this going in.
I dig it, Steve.
Let's see. Yeah, drinking a potion is now a move action as long as the potion is on your belt slot. Each player can have 4 belt slot items. Sword sheath, spell. Oh, that's right. Sword sheath, spell component pouch, or other belt-based storage is considered a belt slot. So if you have a weapon on your waist, that is one of the slots. Spell component pouch is one of the slots. Or if you have like a Pathfinder pouch, that is also one of the slots. Retrieving any item from a belt inventory slot is a move action, but can be done as part of any other move action once the BAB of the character exceeds 1. So it's basically the drawing a weapon rule expanded to the potion category. And any character with quick draw can not only retrieve but also consume a belt slot item as any move action, as part of any move action, as opposed to taking a move action. You could be moving and drinking the potion at the same time if you took quick draw. And with the trait Accelerated Drinker, you turn it into a swift action instead. So, a lot of light potion-related buffs. So you may want to keep those in mind during the combat, that you can both drink a potion and make an attack, so long as you don't full round attack.
Narissa, what's the other potion that he gave you? What does it do?
It's a potion of Enlarge that works when I'm raging.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh man, I miss getting big.
All right, ready to set out now?
I'm working on it, and I'm hitting back at the gym tonight.
Getting swole.
Such a dumb joke. I'm so proud of myself.
Did we want to? Let's leave the shop and then just check in before we head out. Do we want to talk to Rhyme or like update her, see if there's anything else she might do to help us, or do you want to just head back out?
I prefer to head back out. I
Yeah.
prefer to not talk to Ryan.
Yeah, I feel like, I feel like that she will just tell us that, if we fail, then we deserve to die. But that's just me. I'll kind of look over at Frey and see what Frey's opinion is.
Frey just kind of shrugs. Yeah.
Frey says, "Es muy bueno."
No. Frey does not speak halfling.
I actually have a potion of Sanctuary on me. Maybe that would be good for Frey, since they don't tend to cast a lot of offensive spells.
What does that do?
Keeps you from being attacked by most things for a number of rounds. Frey will accept that.
Okay.
It's
I
good.
will-
It's good.
I'll add it to their sheet.
Can't attack from Sanctuary, so
Yes. But Frey does not really attack.
get the cult in my head. She sings
good.
Sanctuary. So yeah, we need to have some. Anybody have any thoughts on giant tactics? There's not a lot of giants where I'm from. So I don't have a lot of giant fighting experience.
I feel like that perhaps we just had a little bit of bad luck last time. I feel like that we can most likely do this job. It's just, I think that maybe we had a few, bad luck while we were out there.
Did we
I
research,
thought I was
or
about
have
to join
we?
my tribesmen on the endless plane, if that's what you mean by bad luck. Sorry.
Did we already do all the research we could about hill giants? I don't remember. Could we go to the library?
I don't think you did any research about hill giants because you don't know that it's a hill. You didn't know that there was going to be a hill giant.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Yeah.
Did we find out by the end that it was a hill giant?
No.
Or we still don't know what it was?
Still don't know.
We know it's a giant, and that's about it.
Well, we could go to the library and research giants.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, that could be a valid. Maybe we'll discover something more.
Yeah, I'm trip to the library sounds good to me.
Okay.
Take a look inside a book.
Yeah, I'll abbreviate this a little bit. You can all head over to the library and go ahead, and somebody with some ranks can give me the main knowledge. I believe it's history. Let me double check. Hold on. Stupid knowledge is...
Who's the knowledge maven in this party?
Might actually be
My
Frey.
history is at 0.
It's not
local.
history, actually. It is local because they are technically humanoids.
Oh, yeah, I don't got
Not
that
much.
Does Frey also have knowledge local?
I'm going to check in just a sec. I think so.
I was telling everybody how great it is to have 2 Pathfinder games going at one time. Pretty fun.
Frey does have
Enjoying it.
knowledge local. And ooh, wow.
Ooh,
yeah. What is this? Broken. Oh, I didn't finish the changes. Yeah, so Frey can inform you that the biggest weakness of a hill giant is usually their intellect.
First, they realize it's a hill giant, I assume.
Yes. Which she will explain. Or they will explain.
Does your campaign world do all the many and varied and not really much different giant types?
You mean like the subtypes of giants? So like the specific like fire hill giants and like other weird random.
Yeah, like fog, furblobe, mountain, which are
There are some of them. There are some of them that I do utilize because I do think that some of them make good sense. So it tends to be up to discretion as to what I will include. So don't make there's like certain assumptions that shouldn't be made about them, but overall I do include quite a few. Like I am a big fan of Cloud and Storm. I think they make really good sense overall.
Yeah, those are I would argue them, and not to derail the game, but Fire and Frost are like classics, right?
Yeah.
And hill giants, but it gets a little derivative after a while.
It absolutely does. Frey will inform you that the hill giants are reasonably tough skinned, and so it can be difficult to cut through them. They are good at catching objects flying in the air or they're not good, but they have the ability to catch objects flying at the air at them. And they are particularly good at throwing objects at people, namely large rocks that can hit for quite a substantial amount of pain if they connect. But outside of that, they are somewhat slow, both intellectually and in terms of their reflexes. And that, I think, is what a 30 will give you.
So we should probably try not to cluster up. It's probably simply because he was engaged with me that he didn't try to throw a rock and, get all of us at once.
Well, they can't throw rocks that big.
Oh, okay.
Like, they can't
They
throw
can't
a rock
throw-
that's literally their size. And that's what it would take to hit multiple of you with it.
Is there
Well,
anything else y'all
No.
want to do before we
Oh.
go?
There's nothing called like there's nothing like the fine art of giant fighting by like Jack the Giant Slayer or something like that.
No.
No.
Dang.
This is the one time a ranger would really come in handy.
well, I think we've learned all we can. Bears out pretty much what we experienced last time, I think.
I hope it goes better this time.
Me too.
I hope so too.
But seriously, you guys, if something goes wrong and some of you are at the cart and I'm down, just go back to town. Leave me.
I don't like that idea.
Well, I would prefer some of us survive over all of us if it's going to be bad again. I'm not saying leave me like, oh, good luck, and, run away. I'm just saying if we get into that spot again and there's not an easy way to, get away, then, take the card and leave me. I'd rather some of us come back and live to tell the tale.
I think that is noble, and we will do that if it comes to that, my friend. Attempting the African accent again. We're going to try it again this session. My friend, it's so hard, but we will focus that we can that we will be able to bring everyone back with us, no matter what their living status.
Condition.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I guess we can head out.
Right.
I'm going to
Just
say
can't
to the
wait to be on the
prayer
road
to the
again.
gods of the plains. Right? I'm not a religious dude, but
Yeah.
I'm really considering things after that last outing.
Do you have any ranks in survival?
I do.
This would
I
this would
do.
specifically to apply to Al, because I believe if I look on Eli's sheet, there is literally a nope, no gods, nothing, no gods, nope.
I got 11 ranks in survival. I rolled a 21.
All right. With a 21, I'm just debating something here and double check something real quick.
Take a look inside a book. It's giant fighting rainbow.
No. There's a specific set of rules I use from time to time when people ask about this.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you don't mind
so-
that I'm doing the stereotypical African ancestor worship thing, right? That doesn't really.
No, so there actually is a premise for this. You have a quote unquote ancestor that you worship. You
nice.
are all
Thank
you
you.
all worship the Sphinx.
Oh wow. Okay. Now I'm even more excited.
Within the game world, the way that things gain deital power is through belief. As you believe in things, they become more powerful. And so you can empower things that aren't necessarily godlike with some taste of what divine power is. There are limits to what you can do within that, but it does have some ability to do stuff. And in this particular case, you will gain the effects of... Now, this doesn't always happen, so you can't expect that this is going to be a consistent every time you pray. You're going to get this even if you roll well. But under certain
Okay.
situations, And with certain prayers, if they pertain properly, you can get benefits. And in this case, you have done within the parameters sort of the exactly correct thing. You will gain the effects of a divine favor. So you'll gain a +1 luck bonus to attack and damage.
Wow.
And that will be for both you and Debobe. So I will add that to your character sheet.
Sorry.
And that will happen till the end of the combat against the giants.
Don't be sorry.
grew
It's
up on
good
the
that you
plains.
got it. It's better you have it than nobody.
Again,
that's
it
true.
also doesn't always work for everyone and only works situationally.
It's a cram thing. It works when it wants to.
So I'm going to turn on that buff for you, and then I'm going to give one to Debobe. All right. And the party will find that their travels are unencumbered. And they will once again... you'll know roughly when you're getting close as well. Thanks to Al's survival prayer. And so I just need to give them a perception. Because they will get an opportunity to try to catch you. When you guys start noticing the terrain change, they might notice you far off in the distance. Pretty unlikely, though. Perception is not necessarily their strong suit. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you guys can do what you want to do as you know you're beginning to approach. You're, I would say, like about a minute away from where they are right now. So not enough time to do things that are rounds per level, but if any of you have anything that you want to do that is minutes per level, this would be the time to do it.
Am I close enough to do studying target?
No, you cannot see them yet.
Oh.
You just know the terrain is changing enough that they'll be coming up shortly. But remember, though, the cart travels very, very fast. So, like, right now, Frey will cast... Hold on, I did not prepare Frey spells for the day. So I'm going to. That. Actually... That, I think... Yeah, and Frey is going to cast Heroism on Al. Or, I'm sorry, on Narissa, on Eli, and on Debobe.
Buff.
Yes. So do you already have that on your character sheets?
Yes.
So what is it?
So if on Debobe's character sheet, if you go up to the buff section and click on it, there is one for heroism. Check the box for heroism.
Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, got it.
And then I believe Magic Fang is another one that you did last time, and I think that's minutes per level. It actually might even be hours per level. It's 1 minute per level. So if you wanted to apply Magic Fang, you could also do that now.
Oh, wonderful.
For Debobe.
We will definitely do that.
And check the box for that as well.
That is snazzy.
Yep. That is all the buffs that Frey has until combat begins. And
Until combat begins.
I think everybody else has everything else is rounds per level for any buffs that you all have.
Does one of the party member want acid maw?
Yeah, I think that's rounds per level, right?
Use that.
I'll just Mike Tyson it.
Just Mike Tyson it.
I mean, hey, when you're in a rage, you know, anything's possible.
Actually, you can also do Acid Maw right now, too, since it is minutes per level. And you know you're a minute out. Okay. And the party will kind of roll up on them. And as you do so, they are basically prepared for you. The minute they see you, and the minute you see them, they will immediately prepare themselves for combat. And we can roll straight into initiative. There is no surprise round here. And this time you'll notice the two ogres are holding javelins in their hands.
So we're already rolling into combat. Boy.
Yep. They were waiting for you.
I can't say I'm a fan of this.
Initiative is so low.
Well, we rolled high on initiative last time, but low on our encounter. Maybe it'll be the
Low on everything else.
All right. Oh, an ogre gets to go first. Look at that. So nice.
Oof.
Let's see. What is the range of a javelin? I never remember what this fucking weapon's range is. Something
2
minor,
feet.
though. It is 30 feet, which sometimes feels like 10 feet or 2 feet. So yeah, so this ogre will run up here, and it will hurl the javelin at Frey. This I'm going to just roll in the chat, because I did not remember to program it on another sheet. A 16, I think we'll miss Frey. Yes, just barely. Frey driving a cart will, like, the javelin will kind of fly past Frey, and actually in between all of you on the cart. Ow.
Wow. Okay, so we've got Magic Fang and Acid Maw on them, but they are far away.
Yeah, the nearby ogre is about, the closest ogre is now 80 feet out.
Which is, I believe, gives me a -2 penalty on my Sherpo, because I think the range on a Sherpo is 60, right?
I think it's actually 80, to be honest. Let me double check.
Looking it up.
Yep.
Okay, wait.
Let's composite.
60 feet.
Okay,
so, yeah.
You were correct. So yeah, you'll be at a -1.
Okay. I'm gonna take the shot anyway.
Okay. They're large enough that you have range around Frey without problem.
Okay. And then, do just roll the attack macro, or?
Hold on. So the way it's done, this is really annoying, but your bow has to be in your first inventory slot. Yeah, just roll your attack macro.
Okay.
Oh no, that will go wild.
That's not good at all.
What about Debobe?
All right. Debobe is going to disembark.
Okay.
And then move.
It is 75 feet away from Debobe.
I'm gonna move the 30 feet and wait for it to come to me.
Okay.
That way I don't.
Well, that was you. So Al is moving as well, or Debobe was meant to move?
No, that was actually supposed to be both of them.
Okay. I'll move Debobe then up as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Frey. Frey will start a performance. Everybody can activate their Inspire Courage.
Thanks, Frey.
Thanks, Frey.
Eli.
All right. I'm gonna use. Wait, am I now close enough since I can see them to do steady target?
Yeah. Yes, you are close enough to see them.
So I will do steady target for my move action.
Okay.
And then I will do an attack.
And that will most certainly hit. You're shooting the ogre?
Or
the hill giant?
It looks like the one closest to us is an ogre, and I know
Correct.
I can do more on the ogre, so yes.
Alright, that will hit.
Oh. Oh, no. Okay, maybe I wasn't clicked on myself. Do you want me to click it?
Click on yourself and then click the damage button.
Okay, I'm not doing it. There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
The ogre screams out in pain.
No! Yes!
This ogre. Make sure they have moved their move speed correctly. I thought they were 40 feet. Nope. Oh yeah, but they are armored. That's right. That is the downside there.
They are armored.
Armored. I do have their stat block correct. This one will charge up and this time throw a javelin at the dog.
Dog? I don't see a dog here. Thank you.
They think it's a dog.
Oh.
I know.
They're actually
got no
closer to the
respect.
cat family.
Does 16 hit Debobe?
Nope.
I don't think so.
All right. Debobe will narrowly avoid that. Narissa.
Alright, I am going to get down off the cart.
You counted my +1 to the damage because of steady target, right?
I did not. Thank you for the reminder.
Look at you. A couple years ago, you wouldn't even have known to do that. Now you're like, hey, add my bonuses, add my this, add my that.
Yeah, let's see how consistently I remember.
Alright, so Narissa's got down off the cart and she's just going to double move to get closer.
Okay. Yeah, she should be within 10 feet of the ogre, right? Because you already moved 5 feet.
Yes.
Okay. It's a hill giant. The hill giant remembers you as soon as it sees you, Narissa. Oh, back a second time! I look forward to crushing you. And it will just move up to be right in your threat range, or to put you within its threat range, I should say. And that will be it as it gets within range and kind of like gets ready to swing upon you. The ogre at the top of the round will take a step over and take a swing on Narissa. But I believe you easily let that just clink off of your armor.
I haven't seen... Is it a 16?
14.
14, yeah, no, that won't hit.
All right. Al.
All right. Once again, we're going to bow it up.
All right. On the ogre, on the hill giant.
I don't know. Hill giant or ogre, y'all?
If it's a bow, ogre, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We'll go for the ogre. I'll take the party suggestion.
All right.
15?
Ooh, that is a little short. It will clink into the hide armor that that this ogre is wearing. And Debobe.
How far out is is that the ogre right in front of me?
At this point, the one ogre is 50 feet out, the other ogre is 50 feet out, and the hill giant is 30 feet.
And we all have our buffs checked, right? The ones that Frey gave us?
Yeah.
To make sure that those are factoring in. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to move my max move then, 30 feet.
All right.
And then cautiously...
Towards which one? Towards the ogre, the hill giant, or the other ogre?
The ogre that my compatriot ineffectively shot at.
Okay.
It's this one?
The one on the left here, yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
And then Al will move up to engage. Damn it, I can't get the map right today. I think that's him.
Yep, that's
Token
him.
settings, don't want that. Right about here as well. So we can get the benefit of our team weak feats.
Yeah.
All right, and we're done.
All right, Frey will go. Frey will, at this point, actually step down on the cart and get some distance in case any of you need healing. And in case she needs to use one of her other spells. And we'll keep up the bardic performance. Eli.
I am going to, I think I'm going to go ahead and use one of my adaptable lucks on this attack roll.
Okay, so that's, you get +2 on the roll? Correct.
Yep. And attack the same one that I did before.
All right.
And I will... So adaptable luck will be on my first one because I'm going to use rapid shot.
Absolutely. Oh, it didn't turn out to need it, but that will most certainly hit for 11. This thing is in serious pain as you fire a second arrow into it.
Will
Roll
that
damage.
still hit with the minus?
Yes, that will most certainly hit with the minus.
I didn't know because the rapid shot is -2. So.
Oh, this arrow is wobbly right now. It is standing there. Oh, you studied this, so you actually know. This ogre is at 0.
Oh, sorry. The studied target is different than the what is my other one? Blood Reader.
I thought Blood Reader is when
guess...
you study a target, you gain it. You know its hit points, so you know that this thing is a 0.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, well, does that means that
if it takes another action, it will, other than moving, it will pass out.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell the rest of the party. This one is about to pass out. I have him almost gone.
How's she know that? It shouts.
He, him, his.
How it know that? Well, it doesn't know what you are, so it's gonna call you a she. It's an ogre. You're like this big to it.
Sure.
Having a big impact for being that big, aren't I?
This ogre is going to just straight up rush Frey. It sees its line of attack, and it is taking it. Oh, shit! Does that crit?
Why? I can't see your rolls.
Yeah, I can't see
Oh, they must be whispered. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was doing work on
the other ones.
Yeah, I was doing work on the character sheets that they have, and I probably set them to Careless Whispers.
Of a good friend?
Never gonna dance again.
Yes.
That will, looks like, confirm with the charge. Yep. 17 versus 19. So a crit for 31 points of damage to Frey.
Holy fuck.
Well, maybe Rhyme won't have to eat Frey after all.
Frey is reeling. What are you talking about? Narissa.
You guys joining me on the endless plane of the ancestors. I just want you to know. We shall run together and we shall run together forever.
Rhyme doesn't eat people. What kind of civil servant eats people?
Exactly.
A not so civil kind of guess.
All right, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, and I'm going, and I'm going to drink the Kinetic Reverberation potion.
You act like drinking a potion provokes AOs or something.
We're definitely gonna need that.
Yeah, you can drink the Kinetic Reverberation. And anything else that you want to do. That is a move action.
Well, I also took a 5-foot step, right? So.
Yes, but I didn't know if maybe you had something else that you could activate.
Oh, I guess I will. Go into rage as well.
Okay. Don't you have spells, or do you not have any relevant spells?
I do have a spell, actually.
Yep. You bear in mind, you're still 5th level, so you're getting some GM helps. In 2 more levels, that all goes away, and in 3 levels, I just start killing you all.
Yes.
I mean, you may kill us before 3 levels from now. Let's be real.
I'm not judging you for your desire to kill us, Steve.
All right,
I
I'm
am.
going to unleash a color spray.
Ooh.
Woo.
Oh, I remember having spells.
All right. This thing is 5 or more hit die, so it could be stunned for 1 round if it fails a will save. Very low DC though, thankfully. And it will succeed.
Oh. Well, I tried.
It cares not for your colors, and in fact, it will laugh. Oh, you think your color could beat me? I beat you now. And it will take its attack. 31 to hit.
Oh,
It will hit, yes.
For 19 points of damage. And let me see how
how
much.
does that work with the potion you just took?
Well, first, so she's gonna take the damage, but it needs to make a, fuck, I forgot the name of the spell already. Kinetic Reverberation, there it is.
Kinetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the attacker makes a fortitude save for the weapon. Okay. So not a high likelihood it's going to succeed, but give it a try. Oh no. Does it take half by any chance? No, it is fort negates.
Yeah.
So this round it does not seem to affect the weapon.
No. I tried.
Yep.
was a
The
great
Wounded
effort.
Ogre will scream out, "Arr!" And it will start pulling away. Ow.
All right, so we know one of them is. I'm going to shoot the one that's. Shoot the one that's
Remember,
wounded.
if you can, to use non-lethal damage.
With a bow, he can't. Only you can.
Yeah, I only got
Oh,
lethal
okay.
damage. That's how I roll.
Well, then leave that one for me. I can take him down gently.
Okay.
There's
We're
another
We're
one
trying
right
to bring
there
him
in
back
front of you.
alive.
There's one.
Yeah.
There's one literally next to you that's attacking Frey.
Okay, we'll attack that one.
All right, I'm gonna 5-foot step you back so you don't take an AO.
Okay. And then we're gonna bow it.
All right.
17.
17 is
A miss.
a hit.
Hooray!
Really?
Yeah, 17 is a hit on an ogre.
Hmm.
For 8 points. And what about
Nice.
Tabobe?
Yeah, can Dembobe position? So this is the ogre here, right? Because of the.
Big green here is the ogre.
Okay, so that was the one I was attacking,
Yep,
correct?
correct.
Okay, can I move Dembobe into position, kind of like that?
I don't see where you're targeting. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and then that is my movement, and I'll take my bite.
Yep, you do get an... Tabobe will take an AO for that unless you roll in acrobatics.
I am going to attempt the acrobatics because I have no sense anymore.
All right.
Come on, dog. Dog, I called her.
That will
Oh.
succeed. Good job.
Good job, Debove.
Sorry, Dembobe.
And
Good
Tabobe
God.
can take the attack.
No, that was wrong.
Oh, that is not the right button. Oh, that is a good hit. Roll some damage there. Yeah, that is 6 points of damage. It's
Nice.
probably not going to happen, but you can go ahead and roll me a CMB check off the character sheet and see if you
Okay.
manage to trip.
Let's see. I got a 6. This could be good.
Ooh, that is close, but unfortunately, due to size, that is no cigar. Very,
That's
very
cool.
close, though.
I found the whole idea. Kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Well, that would be like you bite it in the right place and it like lifts up its leg and it's like, ow, and then it realizes it has no sense of balance and falls over. But Frey is going to go, and Frey is going to pull back a bit.
Pull back,
Take a
Fred,
5-foot
pull
step back. And Frey is going to heal herself. Or heal themselves. For 7. Eli.
I'm going to again use non-lethal damage and take I'll do rapid shot. Just
at the Wounded Ogre?
One of them will, yep, hopefully one of them will hit.
That will hit. Even with your -2, that hits. And it will go down. What about your second shot?
I will do that at the other ogre.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Take that, ogre.
You know this ogre is at 5. It is nearing unconsciousness.
The hill giant's the problem.
And this hill giant will spin around. Bad dog! And it will attack. Oh, and it will roll a 3. Or 2, rather. And it will slam, and Tabobe will just easily dive out of the way of it. Narissa.
All
right.
For calling her a dog.
Narissa is going to take another 5-foot step back.
Okay.
She's going to enter her rage as a free action. And she is going to drink the potion of Enlarge.
All right. You get
Woo!
big.
The rage of
you now have reach and can make an attack if you'd like.
All right. I'm going to power attack.
Yes.
And I'll just see if I can do this. Let's see.
That will hit.
Wow, that's the lowest.
Now, you formidable foe! I no crush tiny girl. I crush big girl. I take you for wife when I finish you.
Oh,
Please.
And it will take its swing at you. Oh, and the 14, I think, just clangs off your armor.
Yep.
Oh. The Wounded Ogre is... This ogre is down. We're going to give him... he's not dead. I'm going to give him a sleepy time icon. And let's get Dabobe off the tracker because she goes on Al's initiative. Al and Dabobe.
All right. Okay, so we got the hill giant left, right?
There's still the ogre up as well. There's still the one that you wounded with Dabobe up with 5 HPs.
All right, I'm put an arrow in the I'm gonna put an arrow. Do you want me to put an arrow in the ogre and then we focus the efforts then on the hill giant?
Sure.
Alright, take your shot.
15, not gonna work.
15 will not hit the ogre.
Okay. The Bobe is going to bring her attacks on.
Alright.
Actually, that was the bite. I rolled the wrong one.
Oh yeah, so then Dabobe will miss.
Okay.
So now you can click on Al and click Al's attack.
Hold on. What the hell? There we go. 21!
That will hit.
Good job, Al.
I guess we're killing this guy.
Yes, you are. Down goes the ogre. Frey.
We have a long time till it dies.
Frey is gonna cast another Cure Light on themselves. Oh, 7 is better than nothing. Eli. Only the Hill Giant remains.
I'm gonna use Studied Target and do 1 because I want to see where they're at.
Okay.
Actual 1.
That will hit. You know that they are at 57 hit points.
Fuck.
Ooh,
Alright, they have a lot of health left, y'all. It looks like they're doing
Ogre is down. Narissa.
Alright.
That's 57, sorry, after my 9 points.
That is 57 after your 9 points, yes.
Ooh, man.
I'm going to power attack. And I'm going to just keep on.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, shit! Those are 2 19s, not 2 20s, so that is not a potential for instant kill. But that is most certainly a confirmation.
Ooh.
Holy shit, is that rolling right?
Oh, you question it when it's us, not when it's your
Absolutely, I
monster.
question it when it's you guys, not the monster. Oof, yeah, I gave you a few too many bonuses there. Alright. That is some damn good damage.
Wait, you're saying it's correct?
It is correct, yes.
Yeah.
It takes 44 points of damage as Nerissa just remembers all of the pain and frustration that this thing caused last time, just winds up and takes this massive swing and like near cuts through the stomach of this thing. And you can see like this big scar and like blood rapidly starts gushing out of its belly. And it says, "You hurt bad, I like that!" And it will take its full litany of swings.
Oh gosh.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And it is attacking first. Oh, come on! Not now, Hill Giant. Not now. A 3 modified to a 15 is probably not enough. It will take its second attack, however. This is at -5. 23.
That will do it.
All right.
At -5, that does it?
Oh, at -5.
Yeah,
Wait, does
so
no, that won't do
18.
it.
That's 18.
No, it's at I'm at 20 right now.
Okay. All
Sorry.
right. Then yeah, we'll once again clang off the armor. When did you get so tough?
We studied in school.
Well, I will make him an offer. If you surrender and come with us, we don't have to, hurt you anymore.
No hurt.
No hurt.
Yeah, it'll take a free action to drop its club and raise its hands.
All right.
Wow. Good job.
Do the manacles I have fit around this damn thing?
They most certainly do not. But yeah.
Yeah.
You will successfully and rapidly dispatch this hill giant.
Good job, team. I'm going to administer some healing to the ogre that should be at -2 now.
None of them are dying. All of Eli's damage is non-lethal.
Okay. So then, yeah, we'll truss up the rest of them so they can all be brought in as prisoners.
Yep. We will get the special cart.
Man, we're good today. I don't know what happened.
What happened last time is I rolled 3 crits. I wasn't kidding. Like,
No.
Guys, I feel like we should just end tonight.
these are my dice.
Good
They're
night.
either like 2, 3, 3, 3, or they're like 20, 20, 20.
It just went our way tonight.
But yeah, the road is still blocked. Do you want to ask the giant to clear out the blockage? Actually, Frey will do that by default. So Frey will come up to it, and it will like ask it about removing it. And yeah, it will oblige reluctantly and like say some things about how like boss gonna be upset.
Ooh, who's that?
When asked that question, it'll get very nervous though. The trees don't actually
that's
move
not a
with
good
it. This
sign.
just happens to be what the entity is the 2 trees and the log. And yeah, all of you can make your way back to the town. The hill giant will like make no attempts to break free or run away or anything like that. He seems surprisingly docile. Frey will actually make a comment about this. He is surprisingly like well behaved for a hill giant, almost as if someone has been training him for some time. But Frey will
say somebody trained him to know what to do when you get caught. Right?
Yeah. But Frey will try talking with him, and unfortunately have no luck discerning why it is, though, that he is like this. Whatever it is that's making him like this seems fairly guarded. She'll comment, or they'll comment.
I'm gonna ask the giant its name in common.
The giant will explain to you. Will like make a series of noises, and then say, "That my name."
Oh.
It's like,
Do I get to hear the noises?
ha.
Huh.
Yes.
I guess I'll call you Ha. Okay.
Ha, good nickname. Right, that what you call nickname?
Yes.
Yeah, Frey will also point out that it is very unusual that it speaks common.
Like, it's very obviously somebody's like, this is like a hunch. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah. Your boss got a plan for when you're in the, as they say colloquially, the Huskow?
No talk about boss.
It's okay, Al. If he doesn't want to talk about his boss, he doesn't have to talk about his boss with us.
Can we talk about his boss?
You don't know my boss.
How do you know?
I know you know no. Boss say no one on road know about boss.
I was gonna do something and then I totally lost my train of thought, so that didn't work out. Just derailed completely. I was trying to think of something clever to trick him and it didn't. All right.
Well,
Did the boss say you couldn't tell us his name?
Yes.
So it's a he.
No.
It's a she?
No. Boss tell me answer all question about gender with no.
It's also fun to answer all questions with yes as well. Like, are you a boy or a girl? And you just say yes, and they just sort of...
No, I know this one. I know this one. Boss very progresso. Boss say if yes to both, then they. Call they. Important when taking money. Sometimes they get upset when not call they. So call they, get more money.
Yes, it's important to call people the way they wish to be called.
Yes.
In my native tongue, we have no pronouns. There are also only 1,000 of us.
Also, work that way in Giant too. If pronoun mean he, she. Silly waste of time. You simply call people by either name or it.
Yes, exactly.
Why waste time say lot word when few word do trick?
Few word better. I like few word.
Oh, but giant names tend to be rather long.
Yes, but very respectful.
I dig it.
Unless they bozo. That word, bozo? I hear that word once before. Funny word, bozo.
It's fun to say.
I want to name bad child of mine Bozo.
Do you wait a certain amount of time before you name children? How would you know that they're bad when they're born?
Oh, you can name things whatever you want. Start calling thing Bozo over. It get used to name. Tell tribe Bozo. I miss tribe.
What happened to your tribe?
Oh, I don't work with tribe no more. Got better deal.
Oh, I
from
see.
boss.
So, tribe's kind of short-sighted?
Tribe want stay, not get good, get better. I like be better.
You were definitely a difficult opponent.
Thank you.
Worthy opponent.
One day I hope be best.
Well, we hope
Well,
so.
maybe,
too.
you could, maybe you could get rehab and get a good job with the city, a retirement plan, and get off the waylaying people on the road plan.
City people hate Giant. They yell about scary Giant.
You could show them that you're not scary. You don't have to be scary.
I don't know, you watch. When we get to city, they yell, scream, try throw rocks at me.
Well, they don't know you. And, there also was the fact that, some banditry was going on.
I just doing job. That's what they say when they bring cart. They do job. I say I do job too.
That is true. You were just doing your job.
Then they try say, you not have badge. I say badge not matter. I don't even know what badge mean.
Oh, it's like this. I'll pull out my badge.
Yeah,
And
we'll
like-
all take out our badges.
He'll like
We got
lean way down. This looks silly. Look like silly shiny rock. Why this matter?
It means that it identifies where you work.
Why you need that to identify where work?
Well, because most people don't know who actually works where, and so you get the badge, and ideally,
What? How you not know who work where?
There's
Well-
a lot of people in the city.
yeah, there's a lot of people, and once you get a little bit more experience with dealing with people, you'll realize.
No, you
No,
just
not-
remember their faces.
Yeah, that
Everybody
works back
can
in
do
my,
that.
my village, my friend. It doesn't work in the big city. There's too many people.
How big city? Can't be too many people.
Very big.
No, all those people fight all time. How anything get done?
We're
Well-
kind of quiet.
You got keep tribe small. If tribe get too big, tribe start fighting.
I think there
Uh,
is some wisdom in that.
Al is not sure how to explain it from this point.
I think Al would probably be kind of like, yeah, that's why like tribes are sometimes a lot better.
Well, so I had to leave my tribe because there was not a lot of way for me to make a living, just like yourself. You know, our tribe had gotten big and they're out on the plains, you know, and there's not a lot of room for farming and raising cattle. So I left to go seek my fortune out in the city, and that required a bigger place. You know, once I establish my way here, I'll go back to my tribe, but you know, I won't have to farm the land.
That's sort my plan too, yeah. I get.
So
You good, I like way you think.
what's that?
You good, I like way you think.
Yeah, but I went for the legit job. You know what I mean? You kind of
I have legit job. I collect
you
toll.
have job.
It is legitimately a job.
I toll collector.
Yeah, I can't fault you there. I mean, yeah, I suppose the local chapbooks, you know, have a lot of call for giants. I've never seen giants in the one ads.
No, my job toll collector. I told my job. Why you not believe?
No, I believe you 100%.
Yeah. I work legit job.
Can I get sense motive?
Yes, you can.
I'm fascinated by this. Okay, I'm having problems today. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. We are in no rush.
Did I not put it on? Why do I not see sense motive on this sheet?
Oh, it's called Gauge now. Gauge.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
8?
Ooh,
No.
no, not a particularly good gauge check.
I whispered, do you think he's telling the truth? I mean,
Yeah, Tiwi definitely seems sincere. Yeah.
When Al whispers that, then I'll try and get a sense of it.
Yeah, Eli, you're thinking on it, and you're kind of looking at him, and, like, he's, like, actively and adamantly arguing that, like, he is doing a legit job. He believes his job to be toll collector.
Okay.
The,
well,
like, at
yeah,
least the
kinda
level
hear
of,
that
his
back.
level of, like, enthusiasm and his level of, like, fervor in this seems to be what you would expect from somebody defending their position.
I will whisper that back to the group.
Right. Well, since Charles is away, why don't we take a short break, and hopefully when we get back, we'll have Michelle back here, and we can see what happens when you get back to town. See you guys
Awesome.
shortly. Arrive in the city. We are back. When you get to the like outskirts of the city, the road that sort of leads into the city, a number of like people, a number of onlookers will look at you, look at the giant, recognize that all of you are wearing your, your illusory plate mail of the guards, of the knights, and they will kind of give you a wide breath. Although some people are like booing or like shouting that thing should go away, or why is it not locked up? You're getting a lot of aggression from the people. And the hill giant will look down to all of you and go, "See, I told you. They mean."
They certainly aren't very nice. I guess this is just more of a general question. Do giants and ogres have like a reputation of like raiding cities or something, or is it just like they just don't normally see them and they think they're monsters?
Lore is that these things are violent creatures that when you see them, they just wish to crush and consume all human life. Ogres, any sort of just very large creature. That's its whole goal. Like, there's always some sort of myth about it. If you think about like the stories that we tell about vampires, or the stories that we tell about like other mythical creatures, it tends to be like that creature will eat you, or that creature wants to like crush you, or that creature wants to consume your soul. Giants the same way, The sort of Jack and the Beanstalk parable is told that that also helps not say positive things, because there are storm giants, there are cloud giants, there are giants that sort of live high up in the air and you can climb up to find them, and they might occasionally eat a person that just randomly invades their house.
It was self-defense. They were standing their ground.
But the four of you can escort this giant back to the barracks. There is a special entrance for large-sized creatures that you can use to bring it in. As you get it to the that entrance, one of the guards one of the knights will stop you there. It's not manacled. It's got to be manacled to come in.
We don't have
manacles big enough?
What? Then we either need it knocked out or manacled.
Okay. I will tell the ogre that
You mean the hill giant?
the giant that we need to knock him out.
I hear what he say. This sounds like more stupid man things to say.
Probably, but we're gonna go ahead and do that, okay?
I don't want to be knocked out. You make him get manacled.
Why can't we just get something big enough to tie him up?
Yeah, I think we should ask for manacles, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, somebody give me diplomacy. See if... Oof. Yeah, he is going to be a total asshole and refuse to comply. Because he is considered not hostile, but not friendly. He is one step below indifferent, which I'm forgetting the term for. But yeah, he does not wish to help you out at all with that check.
Hold a rhyme card.
A badge.
Yeah, I mean, he knows you have badges. He can see that you're all in the armor. He's just not willing to comply. It's like, not my job.
All right, I'm going to go inside and look for a pair of manacles. Manacles, because I don't have time for this guy.
Yeah, you'll have to go around the building because he won't let you through this door because you're not escorting something large. And this door is only for people escorting something large, he'll remind you. So you can go around the building. Yeah, absolutely. You can go around and give me either a knowledge local or a diplomacy to try to gather some info or get things moving.
Not good.
Not going to be happening for me.
Yeah, it's going to be Al that's trying to do it. So Al, you're having a real difficult time trying to find these manacles. You're like, we got a large creature, we need to get into the door, and you just keep getting people saying like, sorry buddy, not my job.
I'll give somebody 2 gold pieces if they can get me
look, you know we can't take money while we're on the clock.
Okay, who can I talk to about manacles?
Fuck if I know. The manacler?
I will...
Look, man, I'm just doing my job, okay? Just doing my job.
I'm just being quiet.
After some time, I will ask Frey if they will go look for Al, since Al hasn't come back.
I will.
You can see me engaged with like 4 or 5 of my fellow guards just looking just completely defeated.
Yeah, what has happened now is, like, Al is asking for this, and, like, other guards, other knights are, like, calling over other knights, not to solve the problem, just to discuss, like, where do you get manacles from? How do we get manacles? Where do we get large-sized manacles from? It's just become, like, this mini convention of guards that's starting to set up all around Al.
We should have gotten some to go with our special cart. Is what we should have done.
Yeah, we should have.
Well, you weren't supposed to
What
bring it
if
back
we
conscious.
put manacles on Narissa, and then, oh no, you already used the potion, but then you got big. Would the manacles grow?
No,
with
when you take the things off, they revert back to regular size.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not like that'll work anyway.
So yeah, you see Al there surrounded by the guards, or the other knights. So yeah, giants, where would we get manacles for a giant from? I don't fucking know. What? Who's looking for it? Well, this guy over here is. Hey, Frankie, come over here. Come over here. This guy's looking for giant manacles. Can you believe that? Giant-sized manacles.
I take it things did not go well.
No, I was not getting a lot of help.
Whoa! Who the hell's this?
I'm Frey.
And what are you doing here? You're not a knight.
I'm with him.
Oh, you're one of those, like, envoy things from the ministry. I bet you think you're cock of the walk here, don't you? Especially with a face like that.
Wow, these guys.
Why are you looking for him? You found those manacles he's looking for?
No, I was wondering what was taking him so long.
I mean, we're talking about the manacles.
Talking isn't going to help us find them.
Why you need them so bad?
Maybe because there's a giant creature outside who needs to be brought in.
Oh, there's a giant creature outside.
Why else would we need giant manacles?
Eddie here didn't say there was a giant outside. He just thought this guy was looking for some giant manacles.
Oh, God!
Give me a diplomacy check.
Please do better than he did.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, thank you.
Hey, Oshana! Come over here. Do you remember that time that guy brought in, what was that thing called? You don't remember either, do you? What was it? It's like, so it was really tall, but it had 4 arms. And they needed 2 of them. You remember where they came from?
How? With 2 arms?
The other guy thinks for a moment. 4 arms. If I said 2, I meant 4, sorry. 2 sets of arms is what... yeah, I think there's a department for that. It's like, down the hall that way. You're gonna turn left, and then right, and then left, and then right, and then right 2 more times. You should find it right there. You're welcome. Realizing this conversation is over, everybody just kind of, like, reluctantly scatters. And you can follow his directions, and you'll get to a place where they basically have a lot of it's sort of like their gear for specific circumstances, and you can explain the situation to the person at the desk, and they will like bring out this very small, they're like really tiny pocket-sized manacles, and put them on the table, on the counter. There you go.
Do these grow or something?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought everybody knew how these worked. Yeah. So you're gonna take them, and you're just gonna like tap them 1 time for each size. So it'll double and then double again and then double again, and just tap it a few times until it gets to the right size. If you tap it 8 times, it'll reset to normal.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will take the manacles back with me.
Yep. Yeah, and you guys can bring them around, tap them to size, put them on. You'll actually have to kind of like have him put his arms down, and then as a team, you'll kind of have to like reach up and lock the manacles around this thing because they get massive and heavy. But you can put them on and then head inside. As you take him through the door, he will shrink in size down to you all's height. What? Why? What happened? I'm very small.
It's probably magic.
I don't stay like this, right?
Probably once you're released, you'll go back to your original size.
Feel kind of dizzy.
It's okay.
Everything's so small now. Everything's so big now. Oh man. Okay. You take where we're going?
Yeah. And I guess we're taking him to like a holding cell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can head down the hall. As you get to a certain point down the hall, though, there is a person who will. They are wearing what you would know to be a Justicar's outfit. So they have like on this this very big, like very large, this shoulder pad. Like they have like winged shoulder pads, and this long flowing cloak behind them, looking as though they are in full plate, with a nice shiny prominent badge on their chest. And they will like raise a hand to you as you guys start coming towards them. Well, as they kind of stand in the middle of the hall. Where it is, you have a giant here.
Yes.
Yes.
I will indicate the hill giant.
And where did it come from?
It was on the road between here and Megiddo.
You just picked it up to bring it back here for no reason?
No, we were investigating their job of collecting tolls.
He'll reach around but behind his cloak and he'll like pull, like almost as if he reached into his cloak, he'll pull out like what looks sort of like a clipboard, but you'll notice it glows slightly, and he'll like run his finger through it a little bit or over top of it a few times. I got no record of anything pertaining to any sort of tolls being taken on the roads. You sure about this?
He's pretty insistent that he has a job. Sorry. Go ahead, Narissa.
No, I'll just kind of look at Frey as our leader, figuring that Frey may have better words to convince him.
I mean, I don't see anything about anything on the toll, on the roads, anything toll related. I look for a hill giant, I look for tolls, I look for giants, I look for road.
Is there anything under rhyme?
And there's a lot of cases that she's working, but they're all classified. But normally, if there's at least so it works on a keyword system. I know you guys aren't real familiar with how a lot of this stuff works, but it works kind of on a keyword system, and so we can at least look up things that are related to something specific. In this case, I have a lot of authority here, and so I should be able to see even the derivatives, at least, of what their cases are about. I would, if there's a toll thing, I'd at least see that there's a toll project, but I can't check that thing in here if I got no case for it. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not clear. I did not give you guys my name and my info. My name is. I didn't give him a name before. I should have done that ahead of time. I would like to get better at this. My name is Simonis. I am a Justicar. I am the Justicar of incarcerations. Anything that is above a specific size class or danger level is to be vetted through me.
I'm seriously drawing a blank here. Did Rhyme say we were to take these directly to her? I thought we were bringing them in.
She did tell you to bring them in, but she didn't exactly tell you what to do when you bring them in.
Okay. Then I guess what I would say to him is, my apologies. We were doing this at the behest of Rhyme. I assumed that we were to bring them here.
Normally, prisoners aren't allowed to Justicar offices, and you have him in custody. He's not a citizen, is he?
No.
All right. Hang on.
Not that we know of.
Does it speak common?
Yes, he does.
All right. He'll look to it. Are you a citizen of the city? What citizen mean? Oh, okay, good. All right. I put in a temporary hold order. I can keep him in a cell for about 2 hours. At which point you'll need to decide what's being done with him, or at the very least, file something into the paperwork. If I don't see it by then, I will release him back into the wilds. So whatever you're going to be doing, please work quickly.
I appreciate your consideration.
Yes, and he will gesture to the manacles, which will kind of like lift up and start pulling the giant, who's like now kind of struggling, a little bit panicked. And he'll explain, "Don't worry, my friend. It's just temporary. It's going to take you right over there. You'll be fine." At which point the giant will go like almost limp, very empty of emotion, and just kind of almost zombie-like go with the manacles. And yeah, you can watch the giant get incarcerated.
Did they also take the ogres, or are they somewhere separate?
The ogres are laying on the ground in the road.
Oh, I thought we loaded them all into the wagon.
No.
Oh, I thought we loaded them into the wagon as well.
That was not specifically said.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll look at Frey and say, I guess we need to see about Rhyme, what she wants us to do.
Yeah. Let's hope she's available.
Yeah.
She usually makes time for it.
Yeah, you can head over to her office, and things will get kind of pushed out of the way for you guys. You'll actually see somebody with a furrowed brow leave her office and kind of storm off. And the illusionary servant will allow you into the room. Once again, you can feel the chill as you enter. This time, no chill down your back, though. Like before.
Wait, did we decide what we were gonna say and who's talking?
Yeah.
We didn't really have time since this is...
You could have discussed it on your way. You were walking to her office.
Okay. I would say we should let Frey do the talking. Just say that, we successfully brought in the hill giant and
the ogres.
We didn't bring in the ogres. They're on the road.
Oh, I thought we brought all of them on the cart.
I thought so too, but...
No, first of all, you couldn't have brought all of them. The cart would fit one total person. Okay. Second of all, you guys didn't say anything about doing that when I said you guys are heading back.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I thought we were putting them all in the cart. I didn't realize they didn't all fit.
Yeah, I think this...
Could two of us...
No, go ahead.
Could two of us take the cart back and go get the ogres?
Not in the time that we need to...
It's end of day right now, because it takes a half day to get to where they were, and then a half day to get back.
Okay.
So I would just say, we should let Rhyme know that we brought back the hill giant. He seemed to be the one that was kind of the leader of the three of them. But he did mention that he had a boss that he didn't want to talk about. And then we've taken him into custody, but they didn't seem to know. They didn't have him down for a cell, so we need to make sure within 2 hours that we have that sorted.
Okay.
I'll be quiet.
So yeah, the four of you stand before Rhyme. I am desperately anticipating good news from the four of you this time.
We have brought in the hill giant. He seemed to
Wait.
be...
It was ogres before. What do you mean hill giant?
This time there was a hill giant leading them, but it seems like he is not the main boss.
A hill giant leading a pair of ogres?
Yes.
And how do you know that it did not seem he was the boss? Did you see another leading them?
We talked to him.
One of you speaks giant.
He spoke common.
Giants... When would a giant have the time to learn common, and where would they get a book large enough?
I don't know, it's just what we know.
Interesting.
He's temporarily in a cell, but since they couldn't find anything on file for him, they cannot keep him for longer than 2 hours.
Yes, I know the rules. I was hoping you would bring him to me first, but I suppose the way the Justicars have been lately, they would have probably intercepted you before you've gotten here. Especially because you'd have had to have used the large entrance. I was not expecting it to be conscious. Did it say anything unusual about its situation? One of you can answer to let Frey know what Frey would know already.
Yeah, he says that he was employed by the boss as a toll keeper and that he had a legit job.
Unusual. You're muted.
Whoops. He also said that he left his tribe to be trained.
Most unusual. Someone is working with ogres and giants, trying to set up a toll network. Well, I don't know what this stinks of more. Either way, we can get the information we need, hopefully. This is going to take a lot of string pulling, but you've all done very well. For the first time, I am going to say I am impressed. I sent you there expecting you to clean up a little ogre problem and bring me back one of them near death, and you've instead brought me back a fully aware giant. Ill one, in fact.
He's looking for a job.
Well, I don't know about that. His employability might be difficult in a place like this, but I'm sure we'll have to find him something now. He's on the books. Well, I guess it eventually would come to this, so... Either way, you've done very well. I'll make sure a bonus is assigned to you appropriately for excelling at this mission of mine that I've given you. I'll make sure the paperwork is prepared appropriately to ensure that he doesn't disappear, and I will check in myself with Simonis to make sure that he is released into my custody for interrogation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna whisper to Frey, don't forget to say that his name is Ha. Like,
once we're released, I'm gonna go visit the giant in the Huska.
You are dismissed. You can go.
Okay.
Since Eli said something, I will provide Ryan.
Yeah, I was
the
assuming
giant's
that would just happen. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head over to the giant, Al?
Yeah, I'm going to give him... am I able to get like a writing implement and a piece of paper?
You are able to, yes. You're not allowed to give him anything.
Okay.
So if you like try to give him something, Simotis will come over and like explain you like, no. You cannot give the prisoners anything unless it is approved.
Is he going to be assigned a case officer?
Eventually, yes. At this point, it sounds like from what you said, Rhyme will be his case officer. I need to know this. This is actually pretty important. I need to know what Al's surface level thought is when he says that. Or I need a will save from Al.
I'll have to do a will save because I'm convinced she's going to eat this giant.
Yep. Yeah. For a moment when asked that question, you feel like almost a compulsion you feel almost like something push at your brain a little bit. But you like kind of shake off the feeling. You're not sure if you were just affected by a spell or not, but it feels sort of like the same way it would if one was cast upon you. But you saw no casting of anything.
I'm just going to play it off.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of got to know the giant, and when it gets out on its own recognizance, I want to make sure it keeps on the straight and narrow. Very
well. You think it's going to get out on its own? You don't think it'll end up stuck here for its life?
I don't know what's going to happen. I may well be stuck here for its life.
Don't you think that would be sad? It is a living creature with seemingly a mind of its own.
I don't know what's going to happen at all. But, the difference between a good officer and a bad officer is a lack of concern.
That is very true. I do notice that we tend to get much better results from the ones that care than we do from the ones that don't. Well, dependent upon the circumstances and who's running the case.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he was blocking the road and, charging and attacking. There's reasonable punishment for that.
There is, of course. Oh, ding!
All right, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. And he starts looking at his little clipboard again as you head away.
Wah, wah.
Frey, one thing as you were leaving, Rhyme will ask you to come back and see her towards the end of the day. I'm sorry, towards the late evening. And that this is both work and not work related.
I will make a note of that.
She's gonna eat ya.
Yeah, so the party has a little bit of time this evening. What do you all want to do?
I want to hit the library, see if there's any information on how to take care of a house, because I've not had to do that before.
Absolutely. You can get a basic guide to homeownership. And you can check that out. Your badge is functionally a library card for you.
Wow.
So they will let you take out that. And maybe a few other supplementary books that you can find recommended in there.
Yeah. Narissa's just kind of concerned about how to keep her home nice.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's not ever done that before.
Absolutely. What of the rest of you?
I think I'd probably go visit Brennis and see how he's doing, see if he's got any new jokes for me.
Yeah, you can head on over to find your elven friend there, finishing up for the day, kind of laying down in bed. When they see you, they will rise up from their bed. Well, look what we have here. If it isn't Big House, Little Houseboy. Big Little Houseboy? I've been trying to work on a joke for this, but I have not figured out the right one.
You have not.
No, well, I spend a lot of time, too much time on the streets.
You want to come see the house?
Can I? I thought now that it was a big private place, you couldn't have guests over.
Is that true?
No, there's no rule against it.
Could I invite him to live with me if I wanted to?
The only way that he would be allowed to live with you is if he was designated as your partner.
Yeah, you can come check it out if you want.
Wow. Yes, I would love to. Yeah, and you can guide him over to your place. And as he gets in front of it, even in my best dreams, I would have never thought I would even get this close to a place like this without having to go in and pull some sort of estranged man off of his wife. Or strange man off of his wife. The stuff you see sometimes in these places. Abuse is so hard around these parts. It's like every person with a good solid income just believes it's a ticket to abuse somebody. Anyway.
Well, this is the place.
Yeah, you can lead him inside. So, what do you keep here now?
What do you mean?
Well, you've got all this space. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I don't really need this much space.
Hello. Yeah, I would suppose not.
Oh, maybe I can store all of your bad jokes here.
Oh. My jokes are quite good, I'll have you know. I've shared them with a few other guards, with a few other knights, and they seem to laugh occasionally at them.
You want some ice cream?
You have ice cream?
Yeah, it's National Ice Cream Day.
What's a National Ice Cream Day?
This is a day to eat ice cream. I got some in the freezer.
Are you just making up days now?
I don't know. It's what they said at the ice cream store when I bought it.
This sounds like something places would do. Everybody's always trying to claim there's some sort of special thing about each day. But yes, I would love ice cream. Yeah, the two of you can sit down and have some ice cream that apparently you bought on a grocery trip I don't remember you having taken.
Oh yeah, I made it up. It's fine.
It's fine.
It is National Ice Cream Day.
Eli has what the grocery delivery.
So, are you gonna let me in on how you got here? For real? I know this place is like more secure.
If
Maybe you can
keep
speak
asking
freely.
me this question, dude, there's no answer.
No one moves up the ranks like this.
Why don't you ask the rest of the people in my group?
I've never really met them.
Yeah, well, I don't want you to meet them if you're gonna just be nosy like this.
You're sure that there's nothing nefarious going on here?
Not to my knowledge.
Look, I know the system is broken. There's so much of this anymore within it. It's part of why I can't move up. It's hard when you're trying to do things right to do anything other than just get these stupid beat jobs. I don't want to do it anymore, but it pays well enough. I can't do anything else. I'd like to get to the point where maybe these jokes could lead to something better, but to get to that level, I mean, I got no actual bard skills. I can't use magic to amplify any of this. It's annoying, hundreds of years, and I'm still right here. How do humans do it?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them, I guess.
I guess so. Ice cream's good, though.
Sure is. Got any jets for me?
I do, in fact. Hold on.
Taking you a while to think of one.
I have a lot. I want to make sure I get a really good one this time.
Oh, okay.
What is black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white?
A zebra.
No, a penguin rolling downhill.
Why is the penguin rolling down a hill?
Why not? I've heard it's quite fun.
Okay.
What do you get when you drop a piano down a mine shaft?
Something very loud.
No, a flat miner, of course.
No, that's so bad.
Which side of the chicken has more feathers?
The outside.
Yeah, the outside.
Oh, good. You've heard this one before.
Yeah.
I got one more for you.
Are
What
our
did-
houses close enough that if we whisper when we're in them to each other, other people would hear them, or no?
You could, if they were in the house in the right location of their house. No, I'm sorry, your houses are sealed, so you cannot,
Okay.
messages will not go in and out of them.
Okay.
What did one snowman say to the other snowman?
Got your nose.
Close. Smells like carrots.
Very good.
Okay, those were kind of good. I guess you've been practicing.
I have. Well, unfortunately tonight, I need to get back and get some rest. It's good to see you again.
You too. Good night.
Good night. Take care of yourself.
Same.
And he will take his leave. Al, what about you? What are you doing on this fine evening?
I'm trying to like sort out my feelings because I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen to this giant, even though this giant, is technically doing the wrong thing. So I'm out walking with the Bobe. But I sort it all out.
You'll be out walking with Tobobe. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be a bit surprised when a very sort of middle-aged looking woman wearing a tan-colored vest, some black slacks, and a sort of light blue undershirt with a badge that looks similar to Frey's, but a bit more decorated. Comes just kind of casually walking up to you from off the side of the street. Excuse me, you are Albarca, is that correct?
That is correct.
You recently brought a giant into town, right?
It's correct. It was blocking a road.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I'm with the Ministry of Magic,
Sure.
and we want to make sure that everything is copacetic. You've been working with Frey. Am I understanding that correctly?
That's correct.
And you are working directly in the oversight of Rhyme Wintress, yes?
That's correct.
Have you had any unusual outcomes to your cases? Now, of course, you don't have to divulge any of this information to me. I am not making a formal accusation at the moment. I have no warrant, and I have no subpoena. But I am asking you, as one individual working in the bureaucracy to another, to share with me any thoughts or feelings you might have about things that have happened.
I just like to make sure that individuals get a fair trial.
Is fairness something that's important to you?
Yes.
Do you believe that any of the individuals that you've brought in have been unfairly treated?
I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Is that by choice, or is that specifically a byproduct of ignorance?
I have seen no evidence that would lead me to believe that people are being treated any other way other than fairly.
Very well, then I'll ask you one last question, and then I'll be out of your hair. Hang on one sec. Here it is. No, where the fuck is this? Where is Phineas Ashworth?
I do not know.
Let's assume that a case were to have fallen on the desk of one of the people within my employ, regarding a specific person who's suddenly gone missing. And let's assume that perhaps some people that I'm speaking to or have spoken to recently were last in contact with him. Do you know why those people would know what happened to him?
Well, I could venture a guess, but I'm just a humble plainsman. I mean, to in any way elicit that anything other than anything on the levels going on at the investigatory department here would be beyond my purview.
Well, this is why I'm making no accusations or stating anything specific. And of course, we're just talking, ideas and concepts here, right?
Yes, just ideas and concepts.
Very well. If you would like, you can feel free to discuss these ideas and concepts with any of the rest of your companions. But in the meantime, I will bid you a good evening and a safe walk.
Yes, if you ever, have you had a pair of mesquite?
I have indeed been there before.
Good restaurant, right?
Very interesting place, yes. I've learned that it's not quite truly authentic, but the inspiration I can see is there. Am I right?
Yeah, it inspires. Perhaps I'll my party and I might talk about this, and I might go there tomorrow.
Well, then I am planning to have a decent meal. I wasn't really quite sure where I was going, but perhaps I might go there for lunch. It is a place I haven't been in a while. If I happen to see you there, I'll say hi.
Okay. If I see you there, I will say hi as well.
All right. She will take her leave.
I'll look around.
Yeah. Give me a perception.
Steve, get me involved in intrigue.
Yeah, she seems to just disappear. Like, she takes a few steps away, and then you look around and she is gone. All right. Frey. I'm going to pull this up, and I am going to shift the music here. This is not actually the track I want. Hold on. Frey, you can head to Rhyme's office in the evening. Rhyme will be waiting outside the door for you when you come in. Good evening, Frey. I have what I hope will be delightful news for you. Shall we proceed?
Sure.
I am going to be taking you somewhere very private. I think when you see the surprise I have for you, you'll be quite elated. She guides you down like a winding series of side streets and back alleys. And if you want to try to figure out like where she's taking you, you can give me a gauge check, or I'm sorry, a survival check.
Am I able to do that untrained?
You are able to do it untrained, yes.
Okay, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah. You have no idea where she manages to wind you around to. But when she does, she takes you to a very small, very nondescript building. It kind of blends in with the rest of the buildings in the area. It is a bit kind of run down, but not like... It's not run down in a way that makes it sort of noticeable. It's like run down in that way, like there's nothing special about it, and the building's a little dirty, and the windows are like, they're not like cleaned or like properly in place. They're like a little bit crooked in the frames. There's just nothing about this that is special, and everything about this is underwhelming, but not recognizably underwhelming. And she'll walk up to the door and unlock it, and open it up and gesture for you to enter first.
All right.
As you enter in, and she closes the door behind the two of you, a pair of lights will illuminate the center of the room that are attached to these sort of massive, what looks kind of like horns that emerge from the floor. The little like flames burning at the top of the horns. Tied between the horns with very tight ropes is a goblin that is very familiar to you. You will recognize Cook hanging tied between these massive horns. Blood like all down his face, and you can see like a large pool of blood beneath him. You recognize him? Why do you think I brought you here, Frey?
I don't know.
Frey, you are just so simple. It's so quaint the way that you just cannot put these things together. But I suppose that's why I chose you. I believe you had a name for him, didn't you? What did you call him?
What?
And as you say that, Cook's eyes will widen and look out to you. Frey? Frey, is that you? Frey? As he opens his eyes, you'll notice they are covered in blood. Frey, I can't see you! Is that you? I heard my name! Frey?
Yeah.
Frey! Frey, I did it! I helped you be free!
You. What?
Frey! Your freedom! You were trapped! They were trapping everyone! He's been a little brainwashed, one might say. You and your friends were inquiring about the inevitable recently. Unfortunately, Cook is a victim of what they've been doing here in the city. Cook was led to believe that your parents are part of the poison. You can still hear Cook like screaming in the background now, but for some reason Rhyme's voice overwhelms it. It just sounds literally like background noise, but Rhyme's voice is clear. And for the first time ever, I think you notice whenever Rhyme speaks, Rhyme's voice is always crystal clear to you over any other sound. The inevitable told him that your family is responsible for a poison that the city creates. A poison that leads people to be stuck in a life that they didn't ask for. Poison that keeps them from their family, from their choices, from their futures. Poison that leads to failure as people. And you'll hear Frey shout, Frey, I wanted to save you! I killed them! They had to die! They wanted to keep you! They wanted to keep you forever! You were gonna be nothing! I saw it! I heard them say it! They were gonna come stop it! They were gonna make sure of everything! You see, they told him, Frey, that you were going... that your parents had to be worried. That you were going to exceed them. Because, Frey, you have the potential to. In all honesty, you have the potential to exceed a lot of people. That's why you're here. That's why I brought you here. That's why I brought you to me. I believe together we can change this world. We can make this world a much better place. But you must understand, Frey, it takes a lot of needing to get your hands dirty. You cannot clean a floor with clean hands. Frey! Frey, please speak to me! Frey! You have room to speak? Frey, please! I beg of you! Help me! I know it seems strange, but they were going to ruin your life. They hated you, Frey. That's why they were never there. Yes, Frey? You're free to speak with him. Ask whatever you wish. She'll kind of step back into the shadows. But I'll be right here.
Who told you this? How did you find out?
My friends! There were many of them. We talked about it for a while. I didn't believe it at first. But then I started listening. When they would come home very late, I would listen to what they said. They would talk about you. But they would do it in a language I had to learn very slowly. But they would say things. Terrible, terrible things. They would, of course, talk about how you were just supposed to be nothing. You weren't supposed to get the position. You weren't supposed to get the job. That they didn't trust Rhyme. Whoever that is. That they just wanted to take you out. Get you away from all of it. You see, Frey? His mind is lost. The inevitable is the true poison here. If you need more, feel free to ask it. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. Let me know, though, when you're done questioning him.
Do you know what language it was?
I've heard it's the language of your people.
I am going to say, like, a pretty common word in Draconic.
Yeah, he'll recognize it, and then say it to you in common. Yeah, that means... And he'll say the word.
How did you learn this?
My friends taught me. They said it's important for deciphering conversations between your kind. I didn't let them know. I never told them. I kept it a secret for a long time. I was good at keeping secrets. I waited, and then I killed them right before you came home. I even saw you from the shadows, but you looked so sad. I was so confused. I didn't want you to be mad at me. I knew it would take a long time. So I ran out the back. But you should have heard them. They said they were going to finish this once and for all.
I'm going to, like, repeat the phrase in Draconic.
Yeah. He'll say, yeah, that was it. Twisted words, clearly. They took the words that he said and twisted them to make him believe what they wanted him to believe. Your family meant you no harm. Your family didn't want you to continue to progress in this career, though. They thought it was too dangerous for you. They thought I was asking too much of you. Unfortunately, your parents have the ability to peer every once in a while into my cases, a little more than I think they should be allowed to. Very annoying the way bureaucracy works. That's why I've had to keep the notes away for a while, making them only presented when you finish instead of when I assign you. Your parents are very nosy and do not understand what true progress looks like. Bureaucrats often don't, though.
I will turn to Ryan. Why would this group want to target my parents?
You are the child of two of the most prominent and prolific bureaucrats in the city, Silverhope. Why would they not want to target the child? Put you in a position where you feel uncomfortable, destabilize your parents, make them fear for your life, cause them to make bad judgment calls, cause them to reach too far with their bureaucratic controls, and then it gets called out. I am sure that the Inevitable knows that most of the people in the status position of your parents are protected well enough that death is not a final state for them. But a message would be sent to you and them, forcing a change that the Inevitable would take advantage of. Perhaps forcing you to leave, or perhaps forcing them to step down from their positions and move to something more secure. Or perhaps causing them to use their authority to get better protections, or to react maybe even stronger, to write policy to further protect the city and squeeze the people's freedom from them. Your parents are those kinds of people. Very easy to write another policy that takes yet another freedom away from the commoner. You've already experienced them yourselves. From the darkness will emerge a very large claw, and within the claw is a dagger. You have a decision to make. What will it be? He can't be left unpunished for his crimes, can he?
I mean, it looks like someone punished him already.
Frey. We cannot let people kill without proper punishment. Can we?
Is the choice who does it from?
No. Choice is if you will.
I can't do it.
Well, I guess I have a lot more house cleaning to do.